Now, how do these 5 factors affect the value of call options and put options? So we'll look at the 5 factors here and assume what happens if they increase. Okay, what happens if this increases? How does it affect the value of call options and put options? Now, first of all, for spot rates or spot prices, if the spot rates increase, it will increase the call option's intrinsic value, but for put option, it will reduce its intrinsic value. So of course, to take note of that, for call option payoff, okay, for the call payoff, we will take the spot price minus the exercise price or the strike price. So if the spot price or the spot rate increases, that will increase the call payoff, which is the intrinsic value. So therefore, it will increase. But for the put option value, the put payoff is equals to the strike price or exercise price minus the spot price. So in this case, if the spot price increases, then the put payoff will drop or reduce. So therefore, we have a drop here. Okay. Then for strike price, okay, it's quite intuitive. If the strike price were to increase for a call option, then the call payoff will decline. And for put option value, if the strike price increases, then the put option payoff will increase. Okay, so this is also quite straightforward. Now, for volatility, it's a direct impact on call and option value. So the higher the volatility of the underlying asset, the higher the chances of the option being in the money, okay, or being valuable. So it increases both the time value of money for calls and puts. And for time to expiration, the longer the option period or maturity, the higher the options value. Again, this will increase the time value of the both options because it gives them a higher chance of being in the money or being valuable. Now, for interest rates, there's a different view to it. Okay, so when you buy a call option, bear with me. So when you buy a call, you are buying the right. Okay, you are buying the right to buy the asset in the future. So that means you don't own the asset now. Okay, you're only going to buy in the future. Let's say at time t. So if I'm only going to buy the asset here, so I will have excess cash to use. So if I have excess cash today, I can invest it in an investment that pays a certain interest rate. So in this case, the higher the interest rate, then the more I can gain from investing cash today. So that would result in a higher call option value, because by delaying the purchase, I'm able to then earn a higher interest, which will offset my cost of buying the asset in the future. So therefore, the higher the interest rate, the higher the call option value. Now, on the other hand, for a put option, okay, put option gives you the right to sell. Right to sell. So that means you own the asset today. Okay, you're stuck with the asset. You own the asset today. You're holding the asset. Okay, and you're not holding cash. You're holding the asset. So which means you can't invest because you're still because the asset has not been converted to cash yet. So in this case, you can only sell the asset at time t. Okay. If you do exercise the option here, you can only sell the asset at time t. So you have to wait until this point to get the cash. So the longer the period here, okay, of course, the more interest income you are foregoing. So imagine if you're holding the asset, you are foregoing interest, you are foregoing the interest income. So the higher the interest rate, the more interest you are foregoing. So that's why the higher the interest rate, the lower the put option value. So in the exam, they will ask you what will cause the call option value to increase or decrease, and similar things for put option value. Now, I've only given explanations in terms of increase, but if the exam, they ask in terms of decrease in this variable, you just have to flip it around.